A new Switch game! Where are the new Switch games? Everyone keeps talking about the same games. Maybe the internet will know of some new games to play. How do you know about that game? No! Mario Kart, Breath of the Wild, Arm, Odyssey. I know! I already know! There's no hope. Going back to PC gaming. Mama. Hey friends, I'm Riff. Make sure and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. We put out videos 5 to 6 days a week here on this channel. Now, the question at hand that I see a lot of my friends asking me when they get a Nintendo Switch is, what game should I play that everybody isn't talking about already? It seems like anytime you talk about the Switch, people are talking about the same games, which is kind of silly because there's so many great games out there. Now, I recently have dove deep into a game that I think was talked about shortly, briefly by some people, but never was dove deep into, and that is 9 Parchments on the Nintendo Switch. Now, 9 Parchments is a co-op action RPG game made by Frozen Byte, the creators of the Trine series. The story for this game goes that you are a group of wizards deemed not so qualified to wield high-skilled spells, but you decide to take higher learning into your own hands. Yeah, it's not a big story, but that's not what kept me playing in 9 Parchments. What kept me playing and interested most of all right off the bat was the graphics in this game. The game sets a tone of beauty and majesty. Now, I have played a lot of games like this before, like Gauntlet, which is like a dart game and serves its purpose graphically, but in 9 Parchments, I felt like I was in a lush, beautiful land. There was a lot of vibrant colors in the game. Also, with being able to rotate your different spells throughout your character on hand, they're all different colors, and when you cast those spells and throw that magic, I don't know, something about the different color elements really made the game stand out. When you're roaming around the different worlds and different levels looking for these parchments, you're gonna see so many different sights. There isn't so much going for the game as far as platforming itself, but just wandering around these worlds and seeing the different environments and different landscapes really made the game a better experience, in my opinion, hands down. The controls in 9 Parchments was a little bit hard for me to get used to at first. Dual stick analog games are always a little rough for me when I first get into them, but once I figured them out and dove back into it, as I do any game like this, I was able to figure out the controls really well and actually really able to master my skills. Now, I mentioned spells earlier, and there is a ton of different magic to acquire in this game, and I'm talking a ton. A lot of these things you get through gaining experience and leveling up your characters, or finding different elements, or grabbing treasure chests. All in all, I am getting new equipment the more and more I play, and I'm loving all these new different elements along the way that I'm getting. What was interesting about 9 Parchments to me and really stood out is that I really enjoyed the single player experience in this game. I beat the game last night. I wasn't recording the footage myself, so I pulled out my cell phone just to show you guys that I did beat it last night. But it was interesting because when I play games like this normally, I don't really enjoy the single play experience that much. I kind of get bored playing single player in a game like this, but 9 Parchments for some reason was able to keep my attention and keep me playing over and over and over. But if you do have friends to play with, multiplayer is awesome as you could imagine in this game. Up to 4-player co-op, all different wizards using different spells, and it also brings some really unpredictable moments in the game that will keep the game exciting throughout. Maybe heal me, Mikey. Wait, I froze him. Attack! Attack! Ooh! Wait, I'm freezing him.
Oh no, I'm dead!
Oh no, I jumped in the water, it killed me! I feel like the difficulty in this game was really great actually, and that was set at normal. I feel like it wasn't too hard, it wasn't too easy, it wasn't so easy that I got bored, and it wasn't so hard that I just said, forget this game and put it away, like I do a lot of other games when it's too hard for me. You can change the difficulty at any time during the game, which I thought was a little weird, and there was a few times, a couple bosses at the end that I was tempted to switch it back to easy, but I didn't. But that option's there in case you do need it and you get yourself stuck on a level or a boss that you simply can't beat and you want to go on in the game. Now, do I have anything bad to say about 9 Parchments? Well, not bad, but 2 little gripes, if you will. The first one is once in a while I would find a glitch that would get me stuck in a level. It wasn't the end of the world. It didn't make me want to stop playing. It was a little annoying, but it only happened to me maybe 3 or 4 times in the whole entire experience where I played the game through. There's nowhere for me to go. The game glitched me out and I'm stuck in this area. I'm gonna have to kill myself in order to proceed. Hooray! Which I feel like isn't that bad, especially for a non-AAA title. And my last little gripe, which I actually heard might be getting fixed soon, so it's even a little more okay, is that when you start a single player match playthrough, you can't have your friends join in at any time like you could in a game like Gauntlet. If you wanted to do multiplayer, you had to stop and start the game multiplayer at the beginning. Yes, you get to keep your spells and your elements and your leveled up characters that you've earned, but it was just a little annoying to me because I wanted to switch back and forth with playing with my friends and by myself. But for just $19.99 on the Nintendo eShop, you really are missing out if you aren't playing 9 Parchments. This is a game that is cheap. It's a game that not everybody is talking about. I feel like the game should be talked about more and enjoyed more by the community of people on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, the game is also available on Steam, but I wanted to express my love for a game that I feel like is a hidden gem right now on the Switch that more people need to be getting their hands on, because if you own a Switch, you've probably played all the same games and it's time for you to dive into a new game with a fresh experience, and that is 9 Parchments. That's it for today's video. Let us know what you want to see next down in the comments below. Nothing is off limits for us, and that's gameplay, news, reviews, tech stuff, anything you want, chit chat. We are here and we want your opinion. So make sure to like the video and subscribe for videos 5 to 6 days a week. That's it. I'm Riff. Have a wonderful, a beautiful, fantastic day.